effort and thought. It is always a good discussion on talking about who is the Golden Shamrock Award winner and who are their nominations. This is one of my favorite parts of the job that I get to do every year, and I'm very honored to do this because it means so much. I just went out and looked at the list of winners that is hanging on the wall, and our newest member is up there, so I'd like to thank Mr. Gardner for getting that done, because that always doesn't timely work out, but we do have the newest winner up there. What does it mean? Many of these winners sat in the seats that you're sitting in, which is very cool. This person sat there probably more recently than others, and I'll explain that, but it's a true honor. This person goes through a nomination process through the Golden Shamrock Committee, which consists of 6 people that have a long history with our school and know a lot about the history of our school. It's long-term service to the schools, served on organizations that are very active in our school community and the Madison community. A great role model, positive image in the community, and longevity. Sometimes people don't realize that one of the major factors is longevity long after they've either graduated or their kids have graduated from here. That's something that's very important to the committee. The winner today represents all of that. Today, we're here to honor the 2003 Shawe graduate and a very dedicated alumni, Dr. Cameron Willoughby. Let's give Dr. Willoughby. Yes, I said Dr. Willoughby. Many of you may not know Cameron by that name. Coach, Cameron, friend, volunteer, brother, son, cousin, or a lot of other nicknames that are very affectionate. He would never tell you that he was a doctor, he had his doctorate, just as he would never brag about many of the other things or accomplishments that he's done for our schools. Some of Dr. Willoughby's accomplishments are that he received his doctorate in pharmacy in 2009. He graduated from Butler University for undergrad. He actually has a full-time job outside of the schools, which is sometimes hard to believe, as a pharmacist out of town. Some of the boards and coaching areas that he's been a big part of over the years. He's been on the board of directors and still is with the Friends of Shawe and Pope John since 2012. A varsity baseball assistant since 2010, varsity soccer assistant for a couple different times and spans, and currently varsity soccer head coach, junior high baseball assistant coach, Madison Parks baseball T-ball assistant coach, JCSA, the soccer league that many of you know here in town, Kaleidoscope Youth Center, Indianapolis, Indiana in 2004, professional affiliations, member of National Society of Collegiate Scholars, 2004 to present, member of the Butler Pharmacy Technology Initiative, 2005 to 2007. He was also the Shawe graduation commencement speaker in 2018. It's a lot for a young guy. And I know, I joked with Ann Higgins briefly. Ann will raise her hand. Ann and I are very close in age. We attended Shawe at the same time. I won't say when, Ann. But Ann is the youngest member of the Golden Shamrock Club alumni, Shawe alumni-wise, until Dr. Willoughby came along. He has done so much in a short amount of time. It's a good role model for you guys to see, because you're sitting in that chair and he was not there that long ago. 2003 seems like yesterday to people like me. But there's so much that you can do with your life. You can give back. It's so important. We talk to our kids at home. We talk to you guys all the time about giving back, being a part of a community. It is so important. Yes, go out, be successful, make money, do what you need to do, but find the passion that you have for something. Cameron's passion is Shawe, Pope John, his family, his church, and the people around him. I'm not a great speaker like Mr. Gardner, so I steal from other people, and I'm starting with Mom. I'm starting with Leslie Grody, Cameron's mother. She refers to Cameron as kind, humble, generous, trusting, loyal, tireless, faithful in work, church, and schools, loving as in the biggest heart of most anyone I know, smart, genuine. I'm sure it's no surprise that Cameron walked, talked, potty trained early at the age of 4 and was in charge. With this said, I know over the years Cameron has had to make choices to do and be where the schools always came first, behind family and God. When he sets out to do something, he will make it happen no matter what. The trait of doing for others started long ago as when he was 3. She moved him into a Montessori preschool. This is my favorite story. Moved him into a Montessori preschool. And change was not one of Cameron's strengths at the time. But after 2 words of mom being nervous and calling every day to check on him, she called the preschool one more time. Guess who answered the phone in the office? The 3-year-old Dr. Cameron Willoughby. Wasn't a doctor at the time. He said, "Mom, I don't like to take naps, so I'm helping out in the office." I don't know if he helped out in Shawe's office, but that's pretty impressive. He is an old soul the day he was born. He and a neighborhood friend heard about the Miss Madison needed funds, the race boat. She thought he was about 10. He raised funds, met with the mayor of Madison, and he and his buddy gave funds to Miss Madison because of their need. He was a great older brother, attending or coaching his brothers in numerous sports and always supportive. They look up to him for advice and set the standard high in his schooling after Shawe. I think they are both better people for having him as a role model, and are his cousins, of course, the kids he has challenged over the years while coaching. Cameron makes us all want to do more and better, and I'm so proud that this honor has been bestowed on him. He truly loves Shawe and Pope John and has chosen to be there, working to make it the best for those going forward. I'm upset because last week we had David and Eric going to surprise him to be here. David and Eric are his brothers. They attended Shawe not too long ago, but I asked them for some quotes since they couldn't be here due to the date change. First with David. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think of you, or what others think you are. I was lucky enough to have Cameron coach me since I was 10. He was the reason I stuck with baseball through youth to high school. I definitely wasn't the easiest kid to coach, and even though high school in my moments, yet through it all made me a much better player, and more importantly, a much better person. All the way up until I graduated high school, he was there for essentially every baseball and soccer game I ever played. I can easily say he makes an impact on his players, and in the end, will make them better people too. Shaw's lucky to have had him coach and be a part of the organization for quite some time now. Eric. My brothers and I grew up playing lots of sports, whether it was football, basketball, baseball, soccer, you name it, we competed in it. We loved sports and loved to compete even more so. Still do. Early on, Cameron had a slight advantage over David and I. He was bigger, faster, stronger, smarter, and oh yeah, 7 years older. And 9 years older than David. From his perspective, it really wasn't a competition, more so the opportunity to go outside and play with his 2 little brothers. For example, we played football in front of the yard, and Cameron was always the quarterback, and David and I would rotate and play offense and defense. In basketball, they'd have a slam dunk competition on a 7-foot goal, where Cameron was the only one competing, with David and I judging. David and I would compete each other in a 7-inning home run derby. Cameron occasionally competed in the home run derby, although he never did very well by the lack of pitching ability from his younger brothers. In soccer, Cameron would play goalie and be all-time offense, while David and I played each other. Additionally, for soccer, Cameron would stand at the top of the 18-yard box and lay passes for David and I to hammer them into the home. and into the net. Side note, we routinely heard the phrase, "keep it on frame," as we shot the ball over the crossbar in an Evan McPherson-like fashion. Go Bengals, who did? And he wrote that, by the way. As many of the soccer players know, shooting the ball over the crossbar is one of Cameron's biggest pet peeves. You can thank David and I for starting that pet peeve. You may realize from these examples I've shared is that David was my main competition growing up, still is. What you may not have realized, though, is the position of quarterback referee, slam dunk contestant, pitcher, home run derby contestant, goalie, or soccer passer, is that Cameron was mentoring David and I, and he took on the position of coach to be with both of us at an early age. He had a unique way of seeing the game, particularly soccer, and passed that vision on to both of us. The love of teaching and mentoring has grown from coaching to his little brothers in the front yard into something much larger, something we are recognizing today. Cameron, thank you for being my friend, my brother, my coach, and my mentor. You have played a major role in shaping me into the person I am today, and for that I am extremely grateful. Congratulations on receiving the Gold Shamrock. You deserve it. I am so proud of you. So, I mentioned Ann and Chris Higgins are sitting right there. I asked them for a little bit of information as well. Cameron is a perfect choice as the Gold Shamrock recipient. He embodies the best qualities of someone that continues to give a tremendous amount of his time, talent, and treasure to the students at Prince of Peace Catholic Schools. He has given so much of it himself since he's graduated from Shawe. He gives through leadership positions as a coach, board members of Friends, retreat leader, substitute teacher, which I still can't believe you do, clock keeper at the boys' game, booster, volunteer, more frequently in quiet ways behind the scenes that are just impactful to support Shawe. He is instrumental in the off-season planning and care for the soccer and baseball fields, helping at bingo, hosting team meals, engaging alumni in reunion games, coming to the girls and boys events, and he'll tutor any student who needs it. He comes from a family who instilled in him the importance of volunteering and giving back. He truly wants the best for all students to help them succeed in sports and life. As a parent who has sent 2 kids through Shawe, and Cameron as a coach and a family friend, he is what makes the Shawe family so special. Our Catholic community is blessed to have him, such a wonderful role model of selfless giving. The last person I'll read from is Amy Ball, who couldn't be here as well due to travel and the change in the dates as well. Cameron has been a lifetime supporter of the schools and Shawe athletics. The only time he was not in games was when he was in college. But she actually thinks, guessing that he probably attended many of those games as well and came back for them. She sees Cameron at any game she attends, be it a girls' volleyball or basketball game, or a boys' basketball game, high school, junior high, doesn't matter. Cameron has worked tirelessly over the years to support the athletic department, even the bandline leagues he assisted with. He has created great relationship with kids over the years and is always there to help the kids first, who are struggling. He has a gentle way about him, and that seems to help him connect with the kids. Cameron has sacrificed vacations for himself from work to ensure he has enough vacation to take so that he can be at all the games. Cameron actually initiated the first vacation club, which many of you are a part of, for some of us parents and boys of the class of 2013, 10.5 years ago. Due to Cameron's savings, his vacation time now, to ensure he does not miss a game, he hardly gets to attend the vacation club that he started. Cameron really brought this group of parents together, and we were still very close, vacationing regularly together several times a year. Cameron is a real gem and definitely deserving of this award. Already at such a young age, he speaks to his continued support and dedication since he graduated from Shawe. Personally, I've been lucky to know Cameron for the last 12 to 13 years as a dedicated coach of Shawe baseball and soccer programs. I also consider him a friend. He is always there if you need anything. That is something that we stress to you guys all the time. Being there for other people is so important, in good times and in not so good times. This guy is one of the nicest people that you'll ever meet. Whoever you talk to will always say that you won't always know what he's doing because he's always trying to go behind the scenes. Cameron's generosity over the years has been amazing to watch. I tell people all the time how important it is to give back, and it's good, and that he is such a good person, showing others the right way to live their lives. Many of us know the joy of giving back to others. Cameron lives that every day. I'm also happy to announce something unique that just happened recently, that due to Cameron receiving this award, there's an anonymous donation of $1,500 that's going to go directly to the Booster Club in honor of Cameron receiving this award, and it will be split or divided by Coach Cameron towards baseball and the soccer program. So that's a nice honor of someone doing it behind the scenes in honor of what Cameron's done every day. Dr. Willoughby, I know I spoke a lot, but guys, this is the time where we need to take time to really talk about how important it is for people of our school, whether they're alumni, whether they're alumni parents, whether they just love Shawe and Pope John and how they give back. But I'm very honored to give this award to Mr. Dr. Cameron Willoughby. The other thing is the Golden Shamrock Award winner gets a sports pass for all Shawe events. So it may save him a few bucks since he attends so many.